Hi, this is Dan with StarReviews.com, and today we're going to review an as-seen-on-TV product, What Odor. We've all seen a What Odor infomercial. It's put on by Billy Mays, and what this product does is it contains 41 essential oils and water that are said to eliminate any odor. Now, it's any odor or your money back, and here's a couple things in the pamphlet that it says, it works on. Pet kennels and bedding, cat litter boxes, small animal litter boxes, urine or fecal accidents, vomit accidents, the odor from a skunk. You can spray the carpet. It's safe for carpet, upholstery, fabric. It's completely non-toxic, so it's safe around your pets and your family. It's perfect for the air conditioning filters, the air conditioning vents, the drain of a sink, the garbage can, and even sports equipment. And here's what we're going to do with the What Odor today. As you can see, when we placed our order, this is what we got. We got two of the smaller bottles. As you can see here, they're just two small bottles with the sprayers attached to them. And then we have two large bottles. And for these two large bottles, it also came with these two spray nozzles. So then you can just simply unscrew that cap, screw on the spray nozzle, and now you have a bigger bottle for bigger jobs. The first test we're going to do today with the What Odor product is on sports equipment. Now, I don't know if any of you out there play hockey, but one of the nastiest smells, comes from your hockey equipment. It's just one of those pieces of sports equipment that you can't wash. You can wash your jersey, you can wash your sport pants, but you can't really wash your equipment. And hockey's a pretty intense sport, so you get sweating. So, the first product we're going to test on is a hockey glove. Now, this happens to be the hockey glove that I use. When you're out there playing a hockey game, you get pretty hot and your hands get pretty sweaty. And at the end of the game, you can even wash your hand 6 or 7 times, and it's still going to be pretty disgusting. I hate to smell it, but it smells pretty disgusting. So, take the What Odor, and you want to completely saturate it for a really intense odor, and I would probably consider this pretty intense. So just simply take it. You don't have to worry about the leather on it or the suede, because it's safe on all fabrics. I don't have to worry about inhaling it because, it's non-toxic. So I'm going to spray the outside, I'm going to spray the inside. So that's the first glove. I mean, I really, I'll spray all the angles. That's glove number 1. Glove number 2 is pretty terrible as well. Spraying glove number 2. And for really intense odors, you can spray more than one application. So we're going to let this sink in, and then we'll see how it is. And if we have to spray another application, we will. Now we'll move on to the elbow pads, which aren't as bad as the gloves. But we'll just spray those as well. Make sure we got nice even coverage, both inside and outside. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a scented product. It does have some type of scent, but it's not really like lemon or anything that you can kind of put your finger on. It's not really orange or a citrus scent. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't really smell great. It's just kind of a neutral smell. So we've covered the sports equipment. Let's move on to the kitchen and see what we can cut the odor with the What Odor. Okay, so we moved on to the kitchen, and we're going to spray the garbage disposal. It's obviously something that, water runs down and soapy water runs down, but over time those things can start to smell. So before we get down, we'll just... It's really a pitiful smell. So we'll take the What Odor, spray it down in there. And you can even remove the cap and actually rinse some of that What Odor down. As you can see, it's a clear liquid, the What Odor. It has a pretty refreshing scent to it. Let's let that sink in, and we'll go from there. So now we're going to go over to the garbage can. Obviously, garbage can contains garbage, which sometimes it smells. So, make sure you get the What Odor in there. It might even be perfect, for existing garbage that smells, you can usually take that out. But once that garbage bag is out and you're left with the empty garbage pail, before you put your next bag in, take some What Odor and spray it down so you can cut down on the odor for future use. Let's go back to that hockey equipment and see how it turned out. So here we are back, and we have the hockey equipment that we sprayed with the What Odor. Like I said, this isn't stuff that really gets washed, and it gets pretty hard to use. So I'm going to do the unfortunate test to smell how it did on the elbow pads. On the elbow pad, I mean, it did a pretty good job. It really doesn't, doesn't smell at all. It really doesn't smell like anything. It kind of neutralized the odor completely. It kind of has that resemblance of the scent that you get when you start to spray the wet odor, which I would probably just describe as like a soapy or like a fresh scent. It isn't citrus at all, but it's like a soapy, clean scent. It's hard, obviously we don't have smell-o-vision, but here we are to the hockey glove. Now these things, out of everything that we tested, were no doubt the worst. I don't know, if you've ever had a experience with hockey players, but the gloves are pretty terrible. I mean, they certainly aren't as bad. The inside really isn't bad at all. It kind of just smells like that soapy or that clean aroma. The outside still questionably has that, disgusting smell that it did have before. Yeah, I would say it really didn't work 100% on the outside. The inside isn't terrible, but I really wouldn't want to, smell that all day. We went back and saw how it did on our garbage can and our garbage disposal in the kitchen, and it worked really well in both those areas. It completely masked or eliminated the scents, and for that it worked really well. The elbow pads, it worked well, but really the odor on the gloves to begin with was terrible. So if you have something that's really strong, it might take multiple applications more than we did here. We applied probably about 3 or 4 applications, or maybe it's just not going to work for that deep down set-in odor. But really you have nothing to lose. Wet odor comes with a money-back guarantee. If it does not eliminate your odors, you simply repackage it up, call the company, and they'll pay to have it shipped back to them, and you get your money back 100%. StarReviews is going to give wet odor 4.5 out of 6 stars. For what we tested it for with our basic household odors, it worked really well. But when we get deep down into the deep set-in, disgusting odors of sports equipment, it did okay, but it definitely wasn't 100%, and some of that odor is still there. Wet odor is a good product. It's one of those as seen on TV products that works pretty well. To see more as seen on TV product reviews, be sure to check out our blog at StarReviews.com.